From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5.
Coming up tonight, the Huskers are getting ready for their home opener.
Plus, President Biden visits the areas ravaged by Hurricane Ida.
But first, a program that helps Lincoln kids get hit again by thieves. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday night. It is a crime that has many just shaking their heads.
Twice this week, the Boys and Girls Club, which helps low-income kids, loses thousands of dollars after 2 break-ins. Channel 8's Joseph Nasser has more on the story for us tonight as we cover Lincoln.
On Monday, I was really disappointed. I was so sad. My heart was broken for our kids. Yesterday, when we received the phone call, to be quite frank with you, I was a little mad.
For the second time this week, the Boys and Girls Club at Park Middle School was broken into, with thousands of dollars in electronics stolen.
We've already assessed a little over 10 grand in damages.
The first burglary took place on Monday at 6:30 a.m. The second happened between 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday and 1:55 a.m. on Thursday. Items stolen include game consoles, game controllers, video games, and several iPhones. In addition to the thefts, Lincoln police say a window was broken and derogatory words were spray painted on the side of the building.
I was just mad that someone would violate us twice in a week. This was theirs. This wasn't mine. This belonged to our kids, and they no longer have access to their technology.
Kim Goings, the executive director of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Lincoln and Lancaster County, says the items stolen were part of a STEM education program.
68% of our students play video games. Only 2% traditionally would work in those fields. And so we created a technology space to be able to teach those skill sets to our young people.
The $10,000 loss is a devastating hit to the nearly 200 kids enrolled in Boys and Girls Club programs. The items will not be easy to replace.
We're a small organization. We don't even have $1 million budget yet. And so anytime we have to try to assess cost that we haven't budgeted in really becomes a very huge burden for us.
Goings says she hopes the perpetrator is held accountable.
There are young people who are depending on these technologies that were stolen from us to be able to grow and have future careers, and you took that away from them.
Joseph Nasser reporting for us. Now, Lincoln police, they're still investigating the 2 burglaries. No word on whether the incidents are related.
We have information on how you can donate to the Boys and Girls Club on our website, klkntv.com. In other news now, a car flipped over into the parking lot near 14th and Superior.
That's right. It happened around 8 o'clock this morning. Take a look at this. Lincoln police and fire and rescue, they were on the scene there to make sure everybody was okay. You can see the car right there behind the mulch pile, kind of on its side. Police say the car's brakes gave out while the driver was turning. No injuries were reported, thank goodness.
And another crash this afternoon sent a semi through a fence and into somebody's backyard. It happened around noon at the intersection of West South Street and Coddington Avenue. Lincoln police say the semi collided with that black SUV you see there in the intersection, but no injuries were reported. City crews even had to respond as well because the crash took out power to several stoplights in the area.
All right, let's get to your first forecast now. A lot of people have plans tonight, John, whether it's high school football or maybe go out to eat. What's it look like?
It looks like it could rain at any point, but that's not the case. We've ended up stuck with a lot of clouds today. I thought we'd break them a little bit and see some sunshine by late afternoon. That has just not been the case across the area. You can see as we take a live look from Honda of Lincoln to the southwest, we've got the clouds stuck over the head right now, and that's held our temperatures down somewhat today. The clouds on the visible satellite also very apparent. More sunshine as you head out towards Hastings, Red Cloud, Grand Island, and Kearney. And we're still just this is the southeast corner of the state that just hasn't seen much better conditions as far as the clouds are concerned. Radar is quiet right now. You're seeing some false echoes showing up on the radar right now. It's 75 degrees in Lincoln, 77 degrees in Hastings, 78 degrees in Grand Island, 75 degrees in Beatrice. The dew points have dropped a little bit, so not quite as humid as yesterday. So dew points right now are sitting in the low to mid 60s. For the rest of this evening, 75 degrees at 6, 73 by 8, and 70 degrees by 10 o'clock. We've got a mainly dry weekend. There's a couple chances for some showers we'll talk about. One starts later tonight, maybe some tomorrow morning, as well as through the day on Sunday. We'll take a closer look at all that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, John. Now let's take a look at the upcoming Husker football game.
That's right, Nebraska football's home opener is tomorrow, despite tremendous flooding in the Northeast over the past 48 hours.
That's right. Fordham's is Nebraska's opponent, and they left this afternoon from the New York City area for Lincoln. Keep in mind, the school is located in the Bronx, and they were forced to cancel classes the past couple of days due to the severe flooding that was going on there. Now, Nebraska's sellout streak will continue. As we've told you this week, it's thanks to some donors who bought up extra tickets for underserved children.
They look really well coached, got some good athletes. I'm sure they're going to be hungry to come in here and play well. I want to see consistency up front. When you watch the tape from Saturday, there's a bunch of plays where 4 guys got it right and 1 guy didn't, and that hurt us. So it's got to be a little more consistent. I think playing together and have everybody healthy is going to help with that. We got a lot of young guys that are on the cusp of being ready to play and giving us more help and giving us more reps. We're going to try to get a lot of guys in the game early and give guys an opportunity to make plays. There's a lot of fans around the state that get to see us play all the time and get to come to Nebraska games. There's a lot that don't get the opportunity, so I think it's a great idea, a great plan, and hopefully we give some people an experience that they don't get very often.
Yeah, Coach Frost obviously talking about the donors buying up those tickets so the young fans can get a chance to see him in action.
Yes, Fordham again left New York about 2 o'clock our time, and kickoff is at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And today, in case you didn't know, is National College Colors Day, so we've got our red on every Friday before a game. Just in time for the game, you know, the holiday is celebrated every year on the Friday before Labor Day.
UNL is encouraging students to show off their scarlet and cream today using a special hashtag on Twitter. And of course, tomorrow is National Tailgating Day. Did you know that? No doubt thousands are going to be up bright and early tomorrow here at Lincoln, having a few drinks of their choice and doing a lot of barbecuing. The holiday, by the way, was introduced back in 2016 and is always on the first Saturday in September. Well, even before the season started, you could say it was a huge win for many college players.
The new era of student athletes are now allowed to make some money with their athletic talent. ABC's Will Reeve has the story.
We're just over a day away from kickoff of one of the biggest games of the new college football season, with the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the Clemson Tigers. This season, players on both sides have something off the field to cheer about. For the first time, college athletes can sell the rights to their name, image, and likeness, giving them a major opportunity to cash in on their talent. Until now, the NCAA had restricted its athletes from making any money off their own personal brand, arguing that doing so would put the focus on business and not on education and athletics. In 2019, the total revenue reported from all NCAA athletics departments was $18.9 billion. That money generated in part from superstar athletes. But after years of political and legal pressure and a huge loss in the Supreme Court, the organization has opened the floodgates.
JT Daniels trying to punch one in.
One athlete taking advantage of the rule change, Georgia Bulldog quarterback JT Daniels.
This is a great throw by JT Daniels.
Making waves with an exclusive trading card deal, providing his signature to cards and taking home 50% of royalties for both signed and unsigned products. A deal that could earn him millions.
I have good management, and management really handles pretty much the whole thing for me. If a deal made sense, then we signed it.
But it seems Daniels is also a team player off the field, reportedly giving 50% of his earnings from these deals to his teammates. The potential for million-dollar deals already becoming a reality. Ohio State quarterback Quinn Ewers, who just recently graduated high school, has already signed a $1.4 million deal with an organization behind autograph signatures. Money like that, unthinkable and inaccessible just last year.
We had bipartisan support across the nation. Over 28 states have passed laws to correct this. And that's a good thing. Today's a much better day for college athletes.
This weekend, when the Bulldogs face the Tigers, at least one star on that team is also making business moves.
I've done some speaking engagements. I've done some social media posts. I've done some appearances with some of my teammates at different restaurants where we go and sign autographs and sign memorabilia. And they pay us a certain amount of money to come and do those things.
Again, ABC's Will Reeve reporting there for us. Now we head back here to local news. The Nebraska State Board of Education voted today to postpone the development of the proposed health education standards.
This comes after the originally proposed standards were widely criticized by most school districts and parents. The board says this vote to postpone it, it's only going to delay possible changes to sex education policies. They're not sure exactly when they may revisit this, but they have said because of COVID and what schools are dealing with, they wanted to postpone it. All right, UNMC has a new American Indian health director.
And she's hoping to break down barriers and mend health disparities within the Native American communities.
I understand that mistrust. I know where it's coming from. And you just go slow. You don't say we're going to fix everything right at once. You start with the most immediate needs and always focus on healing. That's important.
During the hiring process, UNMC included the tribes in the discussion to make sure they were addressing Native American needs. According to the dean of the college, while UNMC focuses on physical health, they also want to focus on mental healing for Native and Indigenous communities. National news now. Overnight, Planned Parenthood asking a Texas court to temporarily block the abortion ban law from going into effect.
Also, President Biden speaking out about the controversial law for the first time. ABC's Morgan Norwood has that story.
The pushback against the most restrictive abortion law in the nation growing desperate. Democrats and abortion activists searching to find a way to challenge the Texas abortion law.
Very harsh. I think it feels inhumane. I think we're tired.
Dr. Bhavik Kumar says he normally performs up to 30 abortions a day. Since the new law, he's only seen 6 patients and had to turn half of them away.
She was surprised. She was distraught. And we began to explore options and think through the logistics of if she would be able to go out of state for the care that she needed.
The new law bans abortion after about the 6th week of pregnancy, before many women even know they're pregnant, and gives private citizens the right to sue anyone who aids and abets an unlawful abortion. Planned Parenthood asking a Texas court to issue a temporary restraining order against Texas Right to Life to stop them from suing abortion providers. The Supreme Court rejecting a last-ditch effort to block the law, and President Joe Biden speaking Friday at the White House saying it creates a vigilante system.
I was told that there are possibilities within the existing law to have the Justice Department look and see whether there are things that can be done that can limit the independent action of individuals in enforcing a federal system, a state law.
Now, despite that review and pushback from abortion rights activists, this law could still be in effect for at least weeks. That's according to experts who say the next big legal battle could come when a Texan is sued for allegedly aiding and abetting an unlawful abortion. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And still to come on the news, a new study shows just how COVID-19 is impacting kids and teenagers' mental health.
Buy more.
September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and it's very important now to discuss it 18 months into a global pandemic.
Jen Sullivan takes a look at the mental health toll COVID has had on our kids and teenagers.
Already, their bodies are battling nerves, hormones, and where they fit in their communities. Add a global pandemic and everything gets magnified, creating a huge impact on their mental health. According to a study published in JAMA Pediatrics, twice as many kids and teens experienced symptoms of anxiety and depression during the COVID-19 pandemic than those that had pre-pandemic. Globally, 1 in 4 were depressed, while 1 in 5 were dealing with elevated levels of anxiety. And it's no wonder. Schools closed and remote learning became the norm. Opportunities to meet up with peers or supportive adults outside the home dwindled. Extracurricular activities and hobbies all but stopped. Not to mention the constantly changing conditions and disruption to routine. According to child clinical psychologist Jenna Glover, that chronic stress can lead to feeling hopeless, and that can lead to thoughts of suicide. But there is a way to turn things around and help kids and teens cope in a healthier way. Talk to your kids. Keep as regular routine as you can. Have them in school, if it's safe. Monitor their sleeping and eating habits and their mood. And remember to seek help from a mental health professional if necessary. For today's Health Minute, I'm Jen Sullivan.
In other national news now, President Biden arrived in Louisiana this afternoon. He got an up-close look at the damage caused by Hurricane Ida.
The president says he has worked with Louisiana's governor to provide financial help. In fact, residents affected by Ida will receive $500 in their bank accounts once they've contacted government officials. It's part of the $100 million provided to the state in the wake of the storm.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Okay, quick run outside and look up. You'll see a brightening sky, or better yet, you can stay in your couch and you can look at our camera right here from Allo Communications. You can see our first glimpse of some brighter skies out there. This may be the only glimpse we see as we go through the rest of the afternoon and now heading into the evening hours, as we've got a lot of clouds that are just stuck in close to the ground, keeping the sun away from the area and keeping our temperatures down today as well. 74 degrees at East Campus, at 75 degrees at Holmes Lake. Southeast Community College coming in at 74 degrees. It's 75 degrees at the airport, not warming up a whole lot today, into the mid 70s. A little warmer as you go off to the southwest and to the west. That's where we have just a bit more sunshine. It's 78 right now in Grand Island, 77 in Hastings, and 77 degrees in Hebron. Radar is quiet. The green you're seeing on here is just some false returns coming in on the radar site. You can see in the visible satellite imagery the clouds that we've been stuck underneath, at least through Lancaster County and for Gage County. Also out towards Saline County, seeing a lot of that. But again, we're seeing some sunshine out to the west and to the southwest. This morning, some heavy rainfall. But as is often the case, we get a lot of the rainfall. But look at all the airports reporting how much rain they've had since midnight. Nothing in most areas. Lincoln officially 600 of an inch, but if you went just south of town, you picked upwards of anywhere between 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rain down across southern Lancaster County, and just over 1/4 of an inch in Beatrice. This is the drought monitor from yesterday, because the storms yesterday I couldn't show up, but we have had some improving conditions outside. A severe drought now taken away from southeast Nebraska, where we had that the last couple of weeks, down towards York and Hebron and towards Fairbury. And across the state, we've seen a reduction by nearly 20% of the areas under a moderate drought. So that's some good news as well. So rainfall has been helping that. This evening, we're not expecting any rain for tonight's game of the week, Lincoln Christian versus Lincoln Lutheran. We'll see mostly cloudy skies at 7, 74 degrees, 73 at 8, and 79 degrees, make that 72 degrees by 9 o'clock this evening. Now, under cloudy skies, temperatures will be slow to fall tonight, down to 70 degrees by 10 o'clock, 68 by midnight. Eventually, we'll drop down into the low 60s tomorrow morning. So a cool start to the day with winds out of the north at 3 to 6 miles per hour. Now, there will be a chance for a few light showers early tomorrow morning, especially south of Lincoln and down towards the state line. I'm going to keep a chance for a shower in the forecast for the Lincoln area up through as late as 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I think the rain begins to decrease, or what light showers we may see will move out of here. And then we'll start to see, as we go through the afternoon, skies beginning to brighten, as we'll see skies turning mostly sunny as we head towards the afternoon. In fact, it should be a really nice day tomorrow with high temperatures into the middle to upper 70s, 78 degrees for high temperature in down into Fairbury. So for tomorrow, for the football game, we'll see nice conditions. 70 degrees at 11 o'clock, 72 by 1, 76 degrees by 3 o'clock. So a little warmer as we head towards the end of the game with highs in the upper 70s, but we'll see skies turning mostly sunny towards the late afternoon. As we head through the second half of the weekend, there will be a small chance for an isolated shower out west of Lincoln as we go through the day on Sunday. Otherwise, temperatures back into the low 80s. As we go through Monday, we'll see mainly sunny skies and temperatures returning back up into the middle 80s, so it's going to feel a little warmer around Monday afternoon. 7-day forecast on Monday also turning a little more muggly. We'll see the humidity increasing, not as humid on Tuesday, and then we'll see temperatures rebounding as we head towards the end of next week and into next weekend. The second home football game looks to be a high temperature of 86 degrees.
Some beautiful game days there. Thank you very much, John. Another national news now. Last month, company Apple announced a new software that will scan all iPhones in America for images of child sexual abuse.
And today they announced they're going to postpone it due to concerns from security and privacy experts. Even former U.S. security contractor and whistleblower Edward Snowden voiced his concerns.
It's no longer a company question, it's a government question. So you have to ask yourself, can Apple say no to the United States government? Can they say no to the Russian government? Can they say no to the Chinese government? Can they say no to the German government, the French government, the British government? And of course the answer is no. Not if they want to keep selling their products in these countries. That's dangerous.
Now, Snowden said today it may be companies scanning your phones for child abuse material, but tomorrow it could be something else. Snowden worked for the U.S. National Security Agency before fleeing to Russia after leaking classified documents to WikiLeaks.
A split day on Wall Street today, the Dow falling 75 points, NASDAQ up 32. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, our climate is changing. So what are
Lee's iconic studded jumpsuit and cape are being auctioned off. Crucy GWS Auctions says Elvis wore them for several Madison Square Garden performances back in 1972. Excuse me.
Now, what do you think bidding starts at? $375,000.
Oh, Rodney, pocket change.
Yeah, so, but a big part of history, obviously. So, all right, let's get a final check of the forecast with John.
Yeah, if you're going out to football games this evening, maybe a little on the cool side for some of you. Temperatures in the low 70s. The reason I say a little cool is because we've got a lot of clouds around, so not much sun to help warm you up. You may think it looks like it's going to rain. There's no rain out there this evening. 72 degrees as the games come to an end.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is coming up next, and we'll see you back here at 6.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Stop by Comfort Made Mattress Factory today and save up to $500 with our bigger bed, smaller price sales event. Locally owned Comfort Made Mattress Factory, 27th and Superior.